Republicans on the ground were focusing on the economy, but you are correct. I think there was this kind of fool's gold, this idea that the threat to democracy is so severe in the wake of this insurrection, in the wake of these election deniers possibly grabbing control of the government.
Now I think the Democrats are starting to pay attention to the voice of the people. They have peddled all these different issues and talk about January 6th and democracy is under attack and so on, while the American people, the average guy, the independents are saying, we care more about the inflation, the economy. We care more about the lives of the unborn. We have real issues that we are worrying about in this country. But I think now with the election of what's happening now, they are beginning to realize that this so-called narrative that they've been pushing for January 6th and the democracy, it's like, it's not working anymore. Maybe it's time for us to wake up, right? Fool's goals. So let's take a listen to these videos.
Folks, in the exit poll, and again, this is preliminary information. We'll get more as the night goes on. What was the most important issue to your vote? Inflation for 32% of the electorate. This is a national look at those showing up to vote today. Interestingly, abortion, 27% of the electorate said it was the most important issue to their vote. That's sort of a closer second than we've seen in a lot of pre-election polling. Crime at 12%, gun policy at the same place, 12%, and immigration down to 10%. But let's dig into that issue number one, inflation. We asked folks, what is the condition of the nation's economy? What you see here is that 3/4 of the electorate, 36% say not so good, poor 39%. Add that together, 75% of the electorate today says thumbs down on the state of the nation's economy. We also asked, has inflation caused harm to your family or hardship to your family? 20% of voters today across the country tell us severe hardship. Another 58% harm to your family. Together, 75% of the electorate today says thumbs down on the state of the nation's economy. We also asked, has inflation caused harm to your family or hardship to your family? 20% of voters today across the country tell us severe hardship. Another 58% tell us moderate hardship. So that's combined together, nearly 8 in 10 voters are experiencing some kind of hardship. 22% say no hardship. And we asked, how does your financial situation compare to what it was 2 years ago? Sort of the classic political question. 46% of voters in this election across the country are telling us their financial situation is worse than 2 years ago. 35% say about the same. Only 18% say better. And gas prices specifically, as you guys know, the Biden White House has been focused on gas prices every day. Yes, 61% of voters in this election across the country tell us gas prices has been a financial hardship for them. 38% saying no, Jay.
All right, David Chalian, thanks so much. And Dana Bash, I mean, again, 75% of the country says the condition of the nation's economy is not so good or poor. 78% of those in the exit poll say the inflation has caused their family severe or moderate hardship. Again, brutal numbers.
Brutal numbers. The first poll that David showed us, which obviously does have inflation at the top, we all know that it's not a surprise.
The numbers in these exits do not line up with what we were seeing in the polling data going into this election about what people cared about and the order in which they ranked it. So we have had a lot of questions throughout this time about new voters, people that hadn't been in there before that were perhaps not getting captured by the polling. So maybe this is a sign that we're going to see a little bit more of that tonight than we expected. We obviously don't know yet.
And you know what's missing from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top 5 issues? Democracy.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even in here. It's not to say that it's not an issue for people, but it doesn't even come close.
Well, not the issue.
That's not good.
No, we got to get it back.
Yeah.
We got to get America back.
Yes.
She voted Carrie Lake?
Of course. Republican.
I'm with my friend Argentina, and we just met Argentina, and we had a candid conversation because you voted for Joe Biden, but you feel a little differently now. Why?
Because of what's going on now. I've always voted Democrat, and as soon as he took office, I knew exactly. I opened up my eyes, and it's just, leaving people behind in Iraq, Americans, the border, the crime, soft on crime, education is just unbelievable.
Enough is enough for you.
Enough is enough. I went this morning and I voted all Republican.
I think Van Jones in the next video is gonna say it exactly how it needs to be said. Is just that they were just wasting their times focusing on issues that the people were not really concerned about. We can't have democracy on the ballot because we know that's not really what the issues really are for most people. Faith, family, freedom, and the economy. That's what most average person like myself, that's what I'm concerned about. So let's listen to Van Jones, and I think he puts it pretty well. At least it's come to a point now where they kind of have to say what the truth actually is, because it just doesn't look very well for them in the polls right now. So
economic issues certainly the top of voters' minds. It seems virtually across the board. In a cycle when that is the case, did the Democrats get their message wrong by focusing, for instance, on threats to democracy as opposed to economics as the top issue?
Well, listen, a lot of the actual campaigns on the ground were focusing on the economy, but you're correct. I think there was this kind of fool's gold, this idea that the threat to democracy is so severe in the wake of this insurrection, in the wake of these election deniers possibly grabbing control of the government, that was something that you had to talk about. But you also had to talk about the economy. I think the tragedy here is that the Democrats have something to say on the economy in terms of what Biden has done when it comes to 10 million jobs, what Biden has done when it comes to prescription drug prices, standing up to China on the CHIPS Act, and also the fear of what Republicans will do. If you think it's bad now, I think Democrats should have been saying, wait until Republicans shut down the government to knock out Social Security and Medicare. Wait until prescription drug prices go up. But we didn't focus enough firepower on that issue, and I think it's going to potentially cost us.
Yeah, certainly there's going to be a red waves, man. It's going to be a tsunami. It's very obvious that the Republicans are going to come back full throttle on this one. And it's just... And again, it's like, I don't know where you stand when it comes to the political stuff, man. I try to reserve my perspective. I speak on my channel, so for some of you who pay attention, you kind of know where I stand. But it's like, I kind of wish these people were, at least the Dems, will actually pay a lot more attention to the needs of the people, the voice of the people, and stop trying to push your woke ideology upon everyone as if this is something that we as Americans, we actually cherish. So what they are realizing now is just people are saying, we got bigger issues, man. We got bigger fries to, we got bigger fish to fry, and we have other things that we are worrying about. And hopefully by this time, they will wake up and realize that, that, well, it's kind of too little, too late kind of thing now. But hopefully next time, better luck next time. And then, just learn to pay attention to the people, man, because oftentimes what people are telling you is what really they care about. And if you would actually listen to the voice of the people and take their concerns into consideration, highly likely they will, give you their attention and they will vote for you. So let me know. Where do you think you'll stand this year? Who have you voted? Who you voted for? Could you share the reasons why you've decided to vote? And what are the values that you cherish? And considering the list and everything else? Yeah, comment below. Share your thought and perspective with me. Until next time, I'm going to be making videos like this because my computer is is completely out. So I'm using my phone and things like that. But anyway, we're gonna work it out. I just got off work and I'm really tired, so I'm gonna get some rest. Until next time, and as always, God bless you. Remember to look unto Jesus to live by faith. Have a good one. Bye.